Good evening, everybody. Good thing we got a camera crew. They got us up and going, saving my life. This is Interleague Girls Soccer. St. Mary's, back to back. They just played a game yesterday. They're trying to get over 500. They're 4-4-2. They're taking on Malden Catholic, who is 2-6. Julia Duarte in net for Malden Catholic. Kylie Kennison for St. Mary's. St. Mary's in the blue or the black that you're watching on TV. Malden Catholic in the white. St. Mary's a very young team. Their best scorers are Sophie Skabikas, who's only an 8th grader. Brooke Maloney, who's a freshman. Coming off an outstanding year as a Catholic Century All-Star in softball as an 8th grader. Jim Foley, the head guy, been around for a while at St. Mary's. Phelan Clancy, the head of Malden Catholic. And it goes out. Megan Lovett put it in play. This is Kabikas. Knocking ahead. I think that's Amelia Latorelli. Looking to go get it, but she pushed it too much foot. It went by and out of play. Out of play again, and St. Mary's very deep, almost like corner kick, except it's a throw-in. It skips past. Malden Catholic clears it away. Malden Catholic, I think, I may be wrong, I think they're the new opponent for Fenwick on Thanksgiving Day. But Malden Catholic used to be high up in the Division 1. They slipped a little bit division-wise. That looked like it bounced up and hit her in the hand, but they didn't call it. It's not very deep. Now we're going to foot race. Getting there first is Madison Turner. And she kicks it out of play. I think St. Mary's will get the throw in down deep. It'll be Lovett again taking it in. Knocked out again. So Lovett gets to do it one more time. He got a foot in it, knocked it high and wide and off to the right and out of play. Malden Catholic will kick it away. Another big day here at Manning Field. There'll be 3 of these soccer games. English girls will get the pleasure of closing the night starting at 7:15 as the kick goes through. Everybody trying to get there. Malden Catholic trying to get there first. St. Mary's battling for it, and it winds up with Malden Catholic knocking it out. And they do it again. So they'll move the throw up a little further upfield. St. Mary's will get to do it again. St. Mary's just, he came from behind to tie. I think it was Stang. They were down a couple of times. They wound up tying it at 3 apiece. That one was on the road. So they're right back to back. St. Mary's knocks it deep. And they knock it too deep, it goes out of play. Malden Catholic kicks it back. And we're just content now to feel each other out. Trying to get something going. They kick it deep to the near side. St. Mary's has it. And the shot to the net. And the goalie, Duarte, coming out to play, the shot hopped it, went off her foot or her knee and went out of play, and St. Mary's will get a corner kick. It was Lazzarelli again trying to get to the ball. She got to it, got the shot from a distance. And it was going to be an easy save, but the shot hop, I think, fooled her. And St. Mary's will get a corner kick from the near side. Out in front, St. Mary's got a head on it. Now they got a foot on it. Trying to clear it away. They finally clear it away. St. Mary's got a head on it. It popped straight up. And then they got a foot on it, but knocked it off a defender out in front. And then nobody could find it. Malden Catholic finally got a foot on it and cleared it away. So St. Mary's came close. But Duarte never really had to make the save. And it winds up with Lovett knocking it out. They knock it deep, walking in from a tough angle. They go to the far corner and hit the post and goes in. Skabikas made the pass. Get away from us so I can get a number. They kept that goal in the family. It was Sophia Skabikas with that nice little pass. Isabella Skabikas walked in. Duarte came out to try and cut down the angle, and they knocked it into the far post. So it's 7 from 6. Excuse me, 6 from 7. As they keep it in the Skabikas family. So St. Mary's is keeping it in the Malden Catholic again. That pressure finally pays off. They couldn't convert on the corner kick. Now Skabikas couldn't get around the defense of Patricia Stevens, and Stevens knocked it out. And once again, Levitt will put it in play from down deep. They were going to kick it wide, and then St. Mary's got a foot on it, trying to kick it, center it off the side of the foot and out of play. That was Olivia Egan, I think, getting a piece of it. Knocked away by Malden Catholic. And Malden Catholic starts it back. And he pushed that pass a little too far out in front. St. Mary's breaks it up, starts it back. Skabika's got a foot on it, knocking it to the net. Duarte will come out and get there. I think that was just ahead of Maloney. Popped up again. Malden with it. And they knock it out. We'll have substitutions for St. Mary's. And Lovett will do the honors again, throwing it in from down deep. Again, almost like a corner kick, except it's a throw-in. Faking, trying to take the shot. Nice block by Malden Catholic. They're trying to get it to the net so they could maybe have a shot. Riley McGuire kicked it deep. Well, you get around one, they knock it deep. A foot raise. Duarte will come out and get it before St. Mary's can get there. Mary's finally got around. Now they throw it up in front. Duarte got a hand on it, knocked it down, and grabbed it before anybody could get to it. To the near side. Finally broken up. It was Patricia Stevens looking for the ball and wound up down on the ground. And Ms. Gagnon, the trainer, who does a great job for St. Mary's Sports, hustles out to take a look at her. 2 seconds, over 25 minutes left in this first half, 1-0 St. Mary's. We took that little break. It was Patricia Stevens who, it's just, it's crazy, it really is. I think maybe you can see the ambulance down on the track. They're taking her out. It wasn't a collision. It wasn't somebody knocked her down. She just took a step the wrong way, and saying it might be a knee, but she went down hard. She's only a sophomore. They said it could be possibly be an ACL. She was down for quite a while. They had to call the ambulance. The fire department got here first, then the ambulance came, and Ms. Gagnon, the trainer, was working on her, trying to help her. Her parents were here, and I'm sure they're going to now make the trip to the hospital with her. As we get back to soccer, and the last thing, they had her on, I guess it's the gurney, and she reached her arm up and waved to her teammates as she was being pulled out. So St. Mary's leads it 1-0 off the goal by the Skabikas family. Isabel getting the goal, Sophie getting the assist. Lovett again throws it in. Lovett got a head on it. St. Mary's collects. Skabikas looking for it. And before she could get there, it got knocked out. Pushing it upfield. Diaz was trying to block Abigail Fry from getting to it, and it went out off Malden Catholic. It skips past, and it gets knocked out by Madison Turner. They get around, and they get it taken away. And when they try to pop it up, they knocked it back the wrong way. It skips past. St. Mary's trying to get control. Malden trying to clear it. For some reason, I think it's been a long time since I've done a Malden Catholic game. I think they're the Lancers. St. Mary's can't keep it in. It goes out. And St. Mary's right back at it. Malden Catholic hasn't really been close as we're approaching the halfway mark of this first half. Malden Catholic hasn't been close. They haven't got the ball over midfield. It's been totally in the Malden Catholic end. And as you can see, the ambulance is still here. I don't know what they're doing, working on her maybe in there. They take the shot, high, wide, off to the right, and out of play. And now the ambulance is slowly backing off. And Malden Catholic knocks it out. They're just laying back, trying to play defense, trying to make sure that St. Mary's doesn't score, because they're not even moving the ball upfield. They're just strictly playing defense. And it's been all St. Mary's. It's only 1-0. As they get it into Diaz, she pops it toward the net. Goes off a shoulder of Malden Catholic, and they finally clear it. And Malden Catholic knocks it out. They saved it from being a corner kick. Lovett will get the throw in. Bouncing around. And St. Mary's just content to keep it in. They just got it over midfield. And now they kick it out of play. Popped up. St. Mary's will keep it in play. They knock it deep. Malden Catholic will knock it out of play. St. Mary's are going to throw in down deep. Halfway and counting through this first half, 1-0 St. Mary's in this interleague battle. I think Malden Catholic was trying to get into the Catholic Central League. St. Mary's couldn't get the shot off. They knocked it down, bouncing around, and they just couldn't get a foot on it to get a good shot. Now, Duarte comes out and out-rebounds a couple of blue shirts and takes it away. And kicks it high in the air. Bounces off St. Mary's. They keep it in. Malden gets it over midfield. St. Mary's takes it right back. Down the near side. Broken up. And it gets knocked out. And I can't tell you knocked it out because they don't have a number 21 on their roster. Substitutions for both teams. Kept in by Diaz. Skips right by everybody. Everybody took a swing at it, missed it. Duarte comes out, boots it away. St. Mary's picks it off. And St. Mary's takes it away again. Trying to get it to the near side, they threw it behind the intended receiver. And that was Olivia Egan. And it goes out. This will be the deepest penetration for Malden Catholic. And St. Mary's knocks it out. They threw it very deep. And it's kicked away by McGuire and goes out of play. And again, I can't tell you who's throwing it in because they don't have a number 21 on the roster. St. Mary's can't clear it. Malden Catholic knocks it deep, looking for a shot. They take the shot. They finally go, and it didn't go on net. It went wide right behind the net, out of play. But they wound up with their deepest penetration after almost 25 minutes of play. And they knock it deep again. St. Mary's getting there. They take it away. Bodies go down. They blow the whistle. Let's see who they're going to call it on. I think Malden Catholic took St. Mary's down. That might have been Diaz. And McGuire will kick it away. I think the referee is saying that St. Mary's playing to the bench. She got knocked down. She was gingerly getting up, and I think he just said, you might as well go to the bench. They knock it deep, and it's a foot race. Egan trying to get there. Great hustle. And again, I can't tell you who she is because they don't have a 21 on the roster. Headed away by Malden Catholic. It's going to go out of play. Abigail Kornstein was racing with Alexia Ingoldenson. finally blow the whistle. I got that little skirmish there, right, almost right in front of us. They finally called contact. And Sophia Skabikas will kick it away. Headed away by St. Mary's. They slip it ahead. Trying to walk in. Last second pick by Malden Catholic. Just as they were going around the defense. And that's going to go out of play. They were just pulling the ball around to maybe take a shot. And the defender just tipped it away. Deep down the far side. They throw it in front, and it didn't throw it in front, they threw it in the net. They were looking to center it. From a tough angle in the corner, they were throwing it out in front. And he didn't throw it out in front, they threw it in the net. Looked like it was going to skip by and nobody was going to get a piece of it. I think it was Maloney. They kept it in, they went deep in that far corner. And I think the idea was to center it. Maybe somebody would get a piece of it and tip it home. Instead, it went curled in just inside the near post from that far corner. And St. Mary jumps ahead 2-0. That's a tough goal for Malden to give up. That's Lovett knocking it into the St. Mary's bench area. St. Mary's knocking it deep, and getting there first was Madison Turner knocking it out. Out off Malden Catholic. So a little bit of a cloud over this game with Patricia Stevens, the young sophomore. And it wasn't like a collision, or it wasn't somebody knocking her down, or Maloney tried to pull it around, and if coming over to help was Dowd. She got around one defender and couldn't get around the second. Now it goes out off St. Mary's. Lovett will throw it in. Skabikas got broken up. Takes a funny hop to St. Mary's. Now it's blocked. They tip it by. Maloney gets around the defense. Gets around again. Takes the shot. It was going in. Great bid by Maloney. She got around a couple of defenders with the left foot, drilled it. It was just going to go inside the near post. And Duarte just come over and got a piece of it and knocked it out. St. Mary's will get a corner kick. Big bid by Maloney. Put it right on the money. Duarte made a nice save. Out in front, bouncing away. Malden Catholic gets by a couple. 2-1-2 for the moment. They get it to the middle, but they threw it a little bit behind, so St. Mary's defense is able to catch up. Knock loose. A knockdown, but no call. Malden takes it away. Diaz pops it up. And we got, I think they're calling St. Mary's offside. Now I don't know what they're calling because they're giving it to St. Mary's. That was away from the play. I was looking at the ball. I heard the whistle. Now they're doing it. So it must have been St. Mary's offside. I couldn't understand why they were going the other way. So now Malden Catholic will get the free kick. So it had to be offside. And Turner will kick it away. Catholic got a foot on it, but they knocked it further away. St. Mary's clears it. Can't knock it deep. Turner stopped it. Now they knock it deep. Kennison finally has to come out and play it. She's been sitting watching through the whole first half. They haven't come close to her. So that looked like Malden Catholic might get to it first, so she came out and picked it off. That one skips right by Egan. They gave it in the middle. They almost gave it away. It went off the side of the foot. If she could have pushed that forward, it would have been a foot race to the net. Malden Catholic gets around, knocks it deep. Nice turnaround by Diaz. They knock it deep down the near side. If she knocked it deep right away, now they're calling St. Mary's offside. They had Maloney breaking on the far side. If Egan caught that pass and sent it to the net, Maloney could have broken in by herself. Out off Danica Peralt. Peralt knocks it ahead, and she knocked it out off Lovett. Skips past. Diaz gets there and knocks it out. They knock it deep. It got headed away nicely. If that gets by Turner, Maloney's on the way to the net. And it goes into St. Mary's bench area. 5 minutes and counting left in this first half. St. Mary's 2-0 over Malden Catholic. And Malden knocks it out. Malden Catholic takes it away and starts it back. And St. Mary's takes it away. They tip it ahead, but they tip it too far. It goes into the Malden Catholic bench area. Pop straight up in here. Diaz got a foot on it. St. Mary's gets a head on it. In the middle of the field, we got a takedown. Looked like a wrestling match. Peralt just wrapped St. Mary's up and took her down. And that was Skabikas. They knocked it deep. It goes by everybody. Duarte will come out and play it and kick it away. Pops it straight up. And they try to give it back. They bounce it off Egan. High in the air. I'm not sure what that whistle was for. Official upfield call something against St. Mary's. The kick was straight up in the air. He followed the ball. There must have been contact after that. And Turner will kick it away. Headed away. They knock it deep, looking for a break. Maloney is out in front. Can't get the shot off. Great hustle by Turner. Looked like Maloney was going to beat her. Now she comes back again. And Malden Catholic knocks it out. Great effort by Maloney. But a great effort by Turner to catch her and force it away from the net, not get a shot. Looked like she's going to break in alone. Turner was very quick. She caught up very quickly. Malden Catholic has a player from Lynn, Angie Mejia. We haven't seen her number. She's number 12, but she's from Lynn, from Malden Catholic. A little ground ball. They boot it back. Malden Catholic knocks it upfield. And St. Mary's knocks it out of play. We're winding down this first half. St. Mary's is for about 25 of the 40 minutes was spent, the first 25 was spent in the Malden Catholic end. This is one of the few times that they've been down deep. They haven't got a shot on net yet. They tip it out in front. St. Mary's clears it away. They knock it deep, and here's Maloney again, trying to beat everybody. Pushes it ahead. Duarte comes out and grabs it. Great pass. I think it was Isabella Skabikas that Maloney is trying to throw the ball across to, and Duarte come off and picked it off. Lovett knocks it upfield. They knock it off Malden Catholic, but they knock it to the St. Mary's end. Broken up. And we get the whistle for the end of the first half. So St. Mary's gets 2. Malden Catholic doesn't get any. And again, we hope that their young defenseman, the young sophomore, Patricia Stevens, is going to get through her difficult time that she went down hard and got taken out of here. So that's more important than the game. But in the game, it's St. Mary's 2, Malden Catholic nothing at halftime. we going? Yeah, are we going?
Yeah, we're going.
Did you find me?
Yeah.
I don't know. We're back starting the second half. I don't know if St. Mary's had the choice. I don't know if Malden Catholic had the choice. I can understand why that went right to the net, off the shot by Sophie Skabikas, and Duarte had to make the save, and that one hit off the top of the net, bounced over the net. St. Mary's trying to add to the 2-0 lead. But I don't think St. Mary's had the choice of which way you go to start the game, because I don't think they would have gone this way in the second half, because now St. Mary's is going right into the sun. So when St. Mary's looks up, they may lose sight of the ball because the sun is shining. It wasn't early. It was a little overcast and cloudy, and the sun wasn't as bright. But it's bright now if you look to the left. So if you're with us in the press box, or if you're in the stands, and all of a sudden you take a quick look to your left, and you had to blink a little bit because the sun kind of blinds you. St. Mary's finally clears it. I think it was Allie Fritz. Kabikas knocks it deep. Maloney looking to get there. They force it to the far side. I don't know how many times in that first half Maloney got a break. Looked like she walked in alone. And they caught up and forced her away from the net. She got one of the 2 goals. She almost got another one when Duarte made a great save on her shot. But the other 2, when she was trying to get to the net, they caught up with her and forced her away. And Mary's trying to get it to the net, knocked down. And Malden Catholic will finally clear it away. They got it out to Engelsson. She was 1-on-4. She was all by herself. And St. Mary's knocks it out. He didn't get a lot of foot on that one. St. Mary's knocks it away. It gets knocked deep, and it's going to go out of play off the foot of Sophia Dowd. And that sun comes out really bright now. And now it gets knocked out. And they got another number we don't have, number 20. Numbers only went up to 19, with the exception of the backup goaltender, who wears 99. They call St. Mary's for the takedown. And it will be Turner, Madison Turner. She's played very well. Her hustle stopped a couple of those breakaways by Maloney. She'll get to kick it away. St. Mary's gets in front of it, and it goes out of play. And Cruz again will put it in play. And it's not Cruz, it's Manchester. Putting in play. She's a freshman. Not an ancient team, this Malden Catholic. They only have 5 seniors. I mentioned they have a player from Lynn, who's a senior, Angie Mahia. St. Mary's goes down. Maloney battling. St. Mary's trying to knock it deep. Trying to knock the first one away. Manchester knocks this one away. They tipped it ahead, and then it gets knocked out by Frontiero. Fritz with the throw-in. And he tried to get around the defense, and it gets knocked out. And Fritz will do the honors again. It skips past, and I don't think they were expecting it. There was a St. Mary's player back there, and the last thing she thought was that was going to go by the Malden Catholic player. It got kicked to the far side, and when she finally realized it went by, it was too late. She couldn't go get it. If she had any idea that was going to go by that last defender, she had a chance to walk right in. Almost looked like they got a hand on that. Malden Catholic didn't get this deep very often in the first half. They still don't have a shot on net. I think they're going to get their first corner kick. It'll come from the far side. Bouncing around, everybody trying to get a piece of it. Malden Catholic got a foot on it, but it was bouncing up. It was up over her knee high. When she tried to kick it to the net, couldn't do it. Everybody battling, everybody pushing and shoving. And they call it against St. Mary's, against Diaz. And now he's calling the St. Mary's player over. She was walking back, Diaz, after that little to-do. As she walked back, he made the call. She was clapping, and he didn't like that. I thought for a minute he was going to give her a yellow card. They drive it to the net. Kennison makes the save. Put that ball right on the money. I think it was Abigail Fry. That's the first save for Kennison. It was fairly easy because she just had to play it on a hop. There was nobody around her. But it was a nice shot on net by Fry, and it was the first shot on net. Duhati boots it away. Lovett knocks it deep. Popped up. They fanned on it, then he popped it up and knocked it out of play. St. Mary's will get the throw in. Substitution for Malden Catholic, and they'll get the throw in. I'm looking down on the stands. The Revere boys soccer team has been here for a while. They were in the bus outside while this game was going on. They were still in the bus when they were looking after Patricia Stevens. And again, we certainly hope she's going to be okay. It was just one of those really wacky problems. And now they have another one. where Allie Fritz and I think it was Victoria Cherry came together. Fry put the last one right on the net. She's got a chance for another one. St. Mary's knocks it away. And Fry trying to keep it alive. Diaz trying to knock it deep. Popped away. Diaz knocks it. Pass goes behind, but St. Mary's gets it back. They throw it deep. St. Mary's looking for a break, coming down the far side. Out in front. They take the shot. They had to take it from long range because the defense was catching up to them. Duarte made the easy save. It was Skabikas. And that was Isabel Skabikas. Mary's gets it by. They knock it deep, and they knock it too deep. Duarte will come out and play it and kick it away. Bounces by everybody. Back, McGuire got a piece of it, knocked it away. And we're going to get a collision. Once again, it was Diaz, and this time it was Frontero. Diaz keeps it in. And it goes out off Fritz. Cruz looking to put it in. He's knocking it deep. Maloney knocks it to the far side. Breaking down. St. Mary's looking to get there. They get tripped up. Incidental, but it was a trip. Maloney tipped to the head. Skabikas looking to go down and get the shot. And as she was going for the ball, she got tied up with a defender and wound up with a trip. And St. Mary's will get a free kick from about the 10-yard line. They put it at the 11. This is Sophie, I believe. Hard to see with the sun. She drills it into a pile of white shirts, and that'll give St. Mary's a corner kick. So they stop the free direct kick. Now they'll get a corner kick. St. Mary's starts at about the 10-yard line. Everybody will make their way to the net as the kick is coming. And at one, they should have stayed at the 10-yard line. She hooked it wide. St. Mary's could have let that go out of play, but they tried to play it and they knocked it out. Skips pass, but the defense is there to knock it away. Still 2-0 St. Mary's. Malden Catholic offside. That was That was going to be their one big. They got one shot on net. That was a long free kick by Abigail Fry. Put it right on the money. Well, it was a one hopper right into the midsection of Kennison. It was easy pickings. Bodies go down as they push it forward. St. Mary's trying to get there first. They get this kick. They got a piece, but kicked it out of play. Well, Malden Castle will get to kick it away after we have a couple of substitutions. They knock it deep. He'll just give it back to Kennison. She'll boot it away. Halas got there and knocked it away. They can't get around Diaz. And she bangs it out off Turner. Halas put it in play. Knocked out by St. Mary's. They bang it out off Isabella. Skabikas. They try to get around one. She got around Duffy, but then when she got around, she lost it out of play. Diaz will track it down and just give it back to Kennison. And she'll boot it away. Sliced it off to the far side. St. Mary's knocks it deep. Two players for St. Mary's get there. They take the shot. Duarte left the rebound. Turner was there to knock it away. She made the save, and she left the rebound right out in front. And Turner, who's been playing very well defensively, got there and kicked it away. Now coming down, shot blocked by Fritz nicely. Good effort by Dowd. And St. Mary's knocks it deep again. And Malden Castle will knock it into the St. Mary's bench area. Can't get around. Now they get around. See, but it goes in. They got blocked first, then got around the defense, then got it. Duarte looked like she made the save, and then they knocked it in off the goaltender. So the Skabikas family strikes again. Isabella gets her second, and it's 3-0. Just past the halfway mark. And Malden had, after that, like the first 25 minutes of the first half, it was totally in the Malden Catholic end. They couldn't get a shot. They couldn't get out. And now they're going to call for a takedown. They took Maloney down again from behind, reaching for the ball, got her ankle instead. She went down. So just inside the 25-yard line. So why did he try to slap it? She was lucky it went up wide. Shot, blocked, and they're calling the shot going out of play. I think that was Sophie Skabikas. But Duarte left that rebound. She just like two-hand touched it and kind of left it out in front. There was nobody there from St. Mary's to take advantage. But they almost gave one away. Sarabelle Diaz, she's played well defensively. She's really done a nice job. As has Fritz and McGuire. Tipped it to the middle and went off the foot of Bella Awumi. They get it to the middle. Try to get around, couldn't. They dump it ahead. Maloney, they're going to call her offside. Maloney's been a going concern all day, breaking to the net. A few opportunities for breakaways, but Turner has played exceptionally well defensively for Malden Catholic. She stopped it. 2 or 3 of those look like breakaways with Maloney. They knock it deep again. Maloney's not going to get anywhere near it. Duarte came all the way out to the 10-yard line to make sure she was the only one there to get it. And she'll kick it away. Takes a high bounce.
Who's the goalkeeper? Zero. And then the record is 3-4-2.
Corner kick coming from the near side. And now she was going to take the corner kick now. He'll change up. Wow, they came right out in front. It deflected off a white shirt, popped up in the air, and Duarte grabbed it. There were no blue shirts around. It was loose out in front. And with the big hop, Duarte was able to grab it. St. Mary's hustles, breaks up what could have been a breakaway, and knocks it out of play. Trying to get the shot off, it got deflected wide. Malden hustles and keeps it in. They get around, throw it out in front. Kennison will pick it off. Not really a shot on net. That was going to go by, but she didn't want anybody behind her tipping it in. But they made a nice little move to get around the defense. Now they tip it. St. Mary's looking to walk in. And Maloney knocks it in. She gets her second. She finally got one of those breakaways. She kept leaning, almost leaning on the defender, trying to hold her off. She got close, and she banged it home. So she's got two. Isabel Skabikas has got two. St. Mary's has stretched that lead to 4-0. It's amazing how in years past, these two teams really wouldn't be playing each other. You know, years ago, this would be, Malden Catholic and St. Mary's would be almost like St. John's Prep playing Lynn Tech. The divisions were so far apart. And Malden Catholic was a power in Division I, especially in hockey. They had great hockey teams, boys hockey teams. They were the class of the state for a while. And as everything does, runs in cycle. That's why these St. Mary's runs have been unbelievable. They got 13 straight years St. Mary's has had a state champion in a sport. For quite a while it was girls hockey, girls basketball, boys baseball. Boys and girls soccer have done it, I think, once or twice. Golf did it a couple of times. It's quite a record. Somebody got a hand on it. Official says it bounced against St. Mary's on the hand or the arm. And Malden Catholic will kick it away. See, the only thing left in this one now is, will Malden Catholic score? Because they're surely not going to win this one. St. Mary's going to creep over 500. They're going to go to 5-4-2. They bang it off Skabikas. Isabel Skabikas. Cruz puts it in play again. Maloney looking for it, trying to knock it deep. Defense did a nice job. If Maloney makes that pass, Skabikas is going to walk in alone. But it was nice defense by Grace Frontiero. And Cruz again will throw it in. And once again it goes off St. Mary's. McGuire fanned on that one. And they fan that, they pop it straight up in the air. They knock it deep. St. Mary's looking for a break. They're out in front, pushing it by. Duarte come out and made the save. And then St. Mary's had an open net and knocked it wide. What a great save by Duarte. Skabikas looking for a hat trick. Beat the defense. Duarte came almost out to the 10-yard line to block that shot. And then the rebound was there, and St. Mary's missed it wide right into an open net. Duarte was way out of the net after making that great save. That's an ESPN highlight save. Cruz will knock it out. Fritz puts it in play. They try to tip it ahead. Malden Catholic broke it up. St. Mary's keeps it in. They finally knock it out. That was Diaz battling. Duarte will kick it away. The sun is shining brightly, and the lights come on here at Manning Field. Winding down, I think the big thing on, especially in Malden Catholic's mind, is not so much the game, but Patricia Stevens, who went down and stayed down. They had a call for an ambulance, and they had to cart her off. I don't know whether it's a, they're sure it's a knee. They're not sure could be the ACL. Maloney with a nice little move and nice defense. That was Frontero blocking that shot that would have been a breakaway. And now, Malden Catholic keeps it in, and they try to get the shot off on the fly and knocked it behind the net. Good hustle. Good effort. Had to take it on the run. All she could do was knock it wide. And I think it was Dowd, who's only a freshman. They had 4 freshmen on this Malden Catholic team. Pushed it a little too far. St. Mary's able to clear it away. Skips past everybody. Fritz lets it go out of play. The Catholic will make 3 substitutions. St. Mary's will make a couple. And again, the only question is, will Malden Catholic score? Because with 4-0, 6 minutes left, St. Mary's is going to get their 5th win. Knocked out of play. That's out of play by Turner. Turner trying to keep it in and can't. She was playing back defensive. They moved her up front. Now it goes out again off Turner. Diaz knocks it away. Off the side of the foot, it bounced, wacky. And it got blocked. Bodies go down, and he'll call it against St. Mary's. In the final 5 minutes and counting, the clock stops. Official time on the clock on the field with the officials. Went out. Turner helped the official make the call. They're calling it off Sophie Skabikas. Both teams will make a last-minute substitution. And knocked out. Cruz will look to put it in play. Bounces by everybody. Knocked down, goes out off St. Mary's. St. Mary's tried to save it from being a corner kick. It was going to go out. They kicked it out. And Malden Castle will get the throw in down deep. They didn't save it. So it'll be a corner kick. One of the few that Malden Catholic has had. They haven't had a lot of these. Out in front, they missed the header. They got a body on it, but then they pushed it wide right out of play. And I always wonder why when clock is stopped in a game that's already decided, why do they bother? I don't know why the officials just don't say, blow the whistle, because the fans aren't going to care. The teams certainly want to get off the field, especially Malden Catholic. I don't know why you just don't blow the whistle. Nobody's going to say that wasn't 5 minutes, because this one has been over for a while. Nice little move, got around a couple, threw it deep, goes out off Malden Catholic. Can't be a lot of time left. Maloney pops it to the middle. It takes a big hop. Duarte came way out of the net. It was bouncing around. Two players, one Malden, one St. Mary's, trying to get a piece of it. Duarte came and took it away. Almost looked like St. Mary's got a hand on that. Katie Rouse. They knock it deep. Rouse is going to get there and keep it in. Gets around and then lost it out of play. can't be a lot of time left. It's been 5 minutes for a while. That clock stopped. St. Mary's getting 2 in each of the halves. It was the Skabikas family getting St. Mary's on the board. They blew it, and that's going to do it. So Kennison will get the shutout, but the Skabikas family got them going. Sophie, pretty little pass to Sister Isabel. She banged it into the net. It was 1-0, and that's really all they needed. And then a very pretty goal by Maloney out in front, knocked it home. It was 2-0 at halftime. Isabel Skabikas got her second, and then Maloney got her second, so they got 2 apiece. Got their second, both of them in the second half. That made it 4-0, and that's the way it ended. St. Mary's getting 2 goals in each of the halves. St. Mary's will go to 5-4-2. They'll creep over 500. And Malden Catholic will drop to 2-7. So on the 2 goals apiece by Isabel Skabikas and Brooke Maloney, St. Mary's wins it 4-0 over Malden Catholic here at Manning Field. We hope you enjoyed it. I'm Don Hoffman saying we'll see you next time.